Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Roy Potter, and it's Saturday night, 16th of November 2019, and it's after sunset, and I felt like I needed to come on and say a few words. Hello as you come in. I look really yellow because I'm up in the mountainous area of Utah, and the only light that I can find is a mercury, well, I'm not even sure it's not a mercury vapor light. I'm not sure what it is, but it casts a yellow light. And so that's why it's the way it is. Let me show you around for just a minute before I start talking, all right? I want to show you a few things. There's the light that I'm using so you can see me. And you can see the sun is setting. That's Deer Valley Ski Resort right there. It's kind of hard to see, but that's what that is. And I'm going to pan around here so that you can see the area down by Jordanelle Dam. There's a Jordanelle Reservoir down there, and then those are the Uintas over there, and I just thought I'd show you this. There's really not much you can see, but I'm spending some time up here with some friends, and thought it about time after what's happened the last couple of days to just come on and give you a couple of things. By the way, this isn't going to be the only live stream I do tonight. We're going to go out to a little place tonight. I don't really know what it's like. My friends are keeping it as a surprise, but I do plan on doing a live stream from there, okay? So this isn't the only one tonight. Okay, well, let's get to some details here. You can see my shadow there. I'm holding this by hand. Listen, everybody, you know what happened at the Stone trial, the Roger Stone trial, and I'm not going to rehash that. All I'll say is it's a disgrace, just like President Trump said. It shows that the DOJ and the FBI and the Democrats and the leftist Marxists have no sense of justice, and in fact will do anything to crucify Christ again and again and again and again. No, I'm not equating Stone with Christ, but I am equating those of us, including Stone, who are trying to reestablish the perfect law of liberty and the Republic of the United States of America, and how the leftist Marxists, those who are possessed by demons in the spirit of Stalin and Lenin and all of the tyrants that have lived before, have totally taken over at least half, it looks like half of this country, half of this nation. The rest of the world is waking up to the tyranny of the New World Order, and people like Soros and the banking system and the Chinese communists and the people of America are dividing over simple things like telling the truth. It's disgraceful. What's happened to Roger Stone? What's happened to General Flynn? What's happened to President Trump? And what's happened to all of us who have supported Trump and what they plan on doing to us? It's satanic and it's Luciferian. And I'll just call it out the way it is. I want to just warn you about something tonight. We need to start taking a stand, and not just here, in every place we possibly can. Yes, Trump has to act, but we need to stand firm. Let me tell you what happened after the trial, after Roger Stone was found guilty on 7 process crimes that were trumped up. No pun intended, okay? And President Trump is right to be very, very angry about this. But, you know, loyalty has only gone one way towards President Trump. I'm sorry for those of you who think otherwise, but the loyalty from President Trump to us, to the truth, has been abysmal, as I've said. He needs to act. Barr even says that things are being lost right now. Barr, who I don't trust, is saying that the Constitution is hanging by a thread. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for something more than rhetoric and verbal talk. Not from you, not from me, but from the leader of this nation, from President Trump. He needs to act, and he needs to act quickly. But what happened after Roger Stone was pronounced guilty on these 7 process crimes that were a matter of semantics, not true lies? I'll tell you what happened. The prosecutors of the DOJ that Barr controls called at the courtroom for the arrest and indictment, which is really kind of the wrong, that's the wrong order, by the way, but it shows you how demonic and how ridiculous the DOJ has gotten. They called for the arrest and indictment of Alex Jones for merely saying that the country has to stand against this tyranny. Ladies and gentlemen, that alone in this case was unprecedented. For a prosecutor from the courtroom to call for the indictment, for the arrest and indictment of somebody else outside the parameters of probable cause and due process. Do you realize how serious that was? Again, I'm going to say it. A Department of Justice prosecutor, a assistant U.S. attorney, without cause, without probable cause, called from a courtroom of the United States federal court system for the arrest and indictment of someone who hasn't even been indicted. There is no due process at this point. He's calling for the arrest and indictment of Alex Jones. This shows where this is, and President Trump must invoke the Insurrection Act immediately. There is no room for negotiation with these tyrants. What they're after is the blood and guts of everyone who believes in the perfect law of liberty, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights. These are leftist Marxist Stalinists, Chinese communist-supported, Soros demon-backed people. And I told you, you would know them by their fruits. To call for the indictment, for the arrest first, and indictment of Alex Jones from a federal court. Talk about a violation of due process. That DOJ prosecutor should be, I don't know what the punishment would be, but it should be immediate and swift. Barr needs to take control, and he's not, but he better start. I just wanted to come on and say that tonight. Alex Jones, you are a victim of some really nasty, nasty lies and a system that doesn't want to provide due process. They have shit on the Constitution. They have shit on the very system that they claim to be trying to save. No, they do not want to save it. No one from Obama to Pelosi to Schiff. Barr and Trump better act. And you know I don't trust all the DOD either, but they've got to do something. When you call from a courtroom of the federal system for the indictment, for the arrest first, and do you understand the chronology here? For the arrest and then the indictment is what this guy said? For the arrest and indictment of someone who has not even gone through due process yet? Do you realize how criminal, how tyrannical that is? Trust the plan, yeah, no, Scott. They're coming for anyone who doesn't bow down to their tyranny, their despotism, and their debauchery. Just thought I'd mention it tonight. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. God bless Roger Stone. God bless President Trump. He better do something. He better act. If Barr doesn't do it, fire Barr and get somebody who will. God bless all of you who stand up for the truth. And what's the truth? That you love each other as I have loved you. Remember that quote? Whosoever would lay down his life for his fellow man, that is the greatest love. That's not the Democrats, ladies and gentlemen. That's not Schiff. That's not AOC. That's not Obama. That's not Pelosi. That's not Feinstein. And it's also not a lot of the Republicans. I'm wondering about Mitch McConnell. We're standing by for Trump to say, I need you now. All he's got to do is say the word. Because we can't act on our own. We must operate from a position of the most strength that we can. And to act alone is not the way to do it. President Trump's got to move. It's long past time. Okay, I'll see you, I don't know, about an hour or so. We're planning on going out, and I'll show you where we're going. It's probably not a real fancy place or anything, but it's just something to show you, okay? I'm going to show you around a little bit as the sun goes down a little further here, and then I'll sign off. Here we are. By the way, when I was doing my nightcap the other night, I see what you mean about the chat being on that side. I'll try to set it up so I don't do it that way anymore, where it covers me up. But I would rather it have covered me up than, you know, the major part of the picture that was in the background. But I'll try to change that. It was just the way I was set up, and I couldn't change it at that point because of the way the computer had to sit. But I'll do my best to change that. Okay, if I'm alone. If I have guests, I would rather be the one that's not seen than the guests to be covered up. Okay, just so that you understand. Okay, I'm going to sign out. You'll probably hear from me again before the end of the evening, okay? Alrighty. Thanks, everybody. Out here.